What's good? All right, let's talk this boxing this morning. Hope all is well. Someone you blocked is a moderator here. They say that shit on my own channel. How is that possible, dog? Man, that's annoying. What's good though, man? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this boxing, man. Hope you guys had a good evening, good rest of the day since I saw you last time. We got some good fights coming up this weekend. We only 2 weeks out, roughly 2 weeks out from the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury 2 fight. Looking excited, man. We're gonna have a good remainder of the month of February, man. January was slow. Did get some good fights. The January is kind of slow, but we're gonna pick it up. It's picking up in February. Today we're gonna talk about this Errol Spence Jr. Kell Brook thing. And also, Deontay Wilder said that he's the best Black American fighter. I like that he said that, man. We're going to talk about that. And I do want to let you guys know who are members that I'm going to be premiering the video today, but it's going to be premiered. I'm going to try to premiere it just for members, but at the very least, I'm going to upload a video about Kobe Bryant and Gayle King and all that nonsense, but I'm uploading it as a members only video. So all you guys that got the members that are members should be able to see that video. And now I'm going to do at least one video a day for members, along with the stuff that we're doing over on Patreon, man. So just keep your eye out looking for that. Because it's going to be a members. It's going to be a video that just members to the channel, whether you're a Fanon's friends or OG Boxing Talk or the LDBC community support level dude. So any of y'all, all y'all green dots and the yellow dots, let you know, dog, that's going to be out there for you. But let's get ready to go with this. What's going on? H-Town 713, Kenneth Johnson, Jeff the producer, Reggie Cheese, Sir Douglas, Harold Jones, Drink More Water. What's good, Drink More Water? Gravy Davy, sir, the member in the yellow dot in the building. What's going on, man? Brothers UK, what's going on? Ivan Garcia, man, your shit should be green dot, yellow dot too pretty soon. Sir Douglas, what's going on? He said, if Spence and Pac don't fight, then Bud and Spence this summer. Nah, man, shit's not going to happen this year, man. It's not going to happen to 2021. If Spence and Pac don't fight, Spence is going to wind up fighting. He's going to fight Danny Garcia. And then more than likely, he's going to fight. I don't see that happening this next year, man. And I don't see it happening because I don't think Top Rank wants that fight to happen that soon. I really don't. The way that they talk, I don't believe it. Lowest common denominator, boxing, home of the demographic. Salute to you, man. Crush the legend. Salute to you, Sir Hustler Slim. What's going on, man? Outlaw Junior to my green dot. What's good? Oh, there's 2 levels of green dot. Yes, sir. Drew Titan in the building. Jay Good, what's going on, man? Hey, Jay Good, what level of membership are you? Because there's a difference between this green dot for Drew Titan and Jay Good, man. It must be 2 and 3 months. But what's going on, man? You say you agree with him? Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, I did a video on that today, man. But let's go about the tank, man. Oh, Milton Rivera, Spence don't want to fight. You're right, he don't want to fight. I don't think he wants to fight Adrian Bronner either. Don't time him out. Don't time Milt out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Spence don't want to fight. No, he doesn't want to fight. Why would he want to fight? Boxers don't have to want every fight, especially somebody they already beat up, especially somebody they beat the tar out of, and is now irrelevant in the welterweight division. I mean, should Errol Spence Jr. want to fight Tito Trinidad? You know, should he want to fight Shane Mosley? Right? Any other washed up cats that don't have belts that this day and age he will beat that this point in time will beat the tar out of? Good. What good? UNC watching in what's going on, Mark Woods out there in Little Rock, Arkansas, man. I got good friends in Little Rock, man. Oh, that's the problem. My foot is on it. I'm talking. Oh, you talking Crawford? He don't want to. Errol don't want to fight. Errol already said he wanted to fight. Milton Rivera, he said he wanted to fight. Why don't you think he wants that fight? He said he wants to fight. You think he's just lying? He could act like everybody else and tell them just to kick rocks. KP from KC, what's going on, man? Said Fanon, Tank Davis is an Allen Iverson type, and Haney seems to be more like Kobe mentally. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're talking about talent and skill. If you mean like in the sense of talent and skill, I can see your point. But I think that yeah, I can see your point with that. Yeah. Jay Good said, yes, I'm a member for a month and 6 days. Okay, so that's the second level, dude. That's what's up. Okay, cool. CV Jr. said, my family from Little Rock. That's what's up, man. I got some good friends in Little Rock, Arkansas, man. That's a nice town, man. Quiet secret out there in Little Rock, Arkansas. For now, we know well Crawford doesn't want to fight Porter or Danny. Nah, he's just a prima donna, man. That's what he is. Buzz a prima donna, dude. He's a straight up and down prima donna, man. That's how I see it anyway. You know what I mean? Kell Brook is not a factor. AB is hell at 140. Yeah, Miss. What's going on, Miss? What's going on, MZ Boxing Talk, man? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Isolated male. People act like Bud is some boogeyman. Bud has shown more vulnerabilities in recent fights. I think Spence washes Bud easily. Well, I'll tell you, man, I don't think it's easy. I don't think anything about fighting Bud is going to, by Crawford's going to be easy. But where I differ from a lot of people, in my opinion, of Bud Crawford is I think Bud Crawford's he has a lot more holes than people give him credit for, than a lot of people see or a lot of people talk about. You know what I mean? He gets hit too much. And he's got a tendency to fight too much. And he does really rely on people making the mistakes and, getting people out of position, making them, seeing what they want to do. It's just, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure how that's going to, how you think Trout look at 147. I haven't seen him, man. It's Shy. What's good, man? Much love in that super chat, man. He's the Shy said Brook should be chasing Bud. If he beats Crawford, then he'll get the rematch with Errol. Yeah, man, I think so. But it's just, I do think that there's something to those performance-enhancing drugs, man. Oh, which, by the way, I want y'all to listen to something, man. I want y'all to see something, okay? I want you to see something. If you're not with me now, this is going to be a little bit smaller chat because there's something going on PBC where there's something just is going on. So I'm sure there's several people that are over there watching that. But I wanted to wait a little bit of time before I did this. But I want to show you. Give me your thoughts on something, man. Okay? I want you to give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on something. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, well, listen to something and give me your thoughts on this. You ready? Listen to this. Man, how you get this to? Oh, there you go. All right, listen to this.
You've been very vocal in the past about the problem of hazing and drugs in general in the sport, but I said it's happening more and more now. It seems to be Stone recently as well. Pepper, even Thompson, obviously,
positive
Stone. Yeah.
So has the Russian guy got his out like that?
I don't know what's happened in regards to that, but he apparently failed a drugs test after his fight.
Yes, there was Stone, Pepper, Brown. Brown's been cleared now, hasn't he? I think so, yeah. So there's been a few, but people take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this part.
They're all abusing performance enhancers or weight wage strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all.
Everyone.
Well, obviously, you're not talking about yourself, so.
Look, I listened to that, what he said. Now, when you watch this, listen to what he says again. But look at his expression. And he specifically is talking about performance-enhancing drugs or to strip weight. And this is before he tested positive. But listen to what he says, man.
I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or wage strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Look at his facial expression when he asked Tyson Fury about himself.
Everyone.
Well, obviously, you're not talking about yourself, so.
Look at his eyes. Look what his eyes do.
Define all.
Everyone.
Well, obviously, you're not talking about yourself, so.
What does that tell you?
I only take cocaine and weed now and again.
Yeah.
And ecstasy.
You know, people are going to, this is going to run as the front page thing on Tyson drug scandal.
I am. I'm a recovering heroin addict.
What you take from that? They asked him specifically. He said specifically that all professional athletes take performance-enhancing drugs. And then I do believe that was Coogan Cassius said, not, well, obviously you're not talking about you. And then what did he do? He said, just like that. Just like that. So right along all that conversation, we said, yeah, I do PEDs too. So yeah, exactly. I do PEDs too. So what? Dog, them dudes is dirty over there. Man, them dudes is dirty, man. Everybody does. Everybody takes performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah. He told on himself, man. That's a huge tell on yourself, dog. Yeah, his look confirmed he treated. He looked right at the dude. He told him, everybody. He said, then he changed it to a joke. Oh, yeah, I only do cocaine and weed and heroin. I'm a recovering heroin addict. Now, this dude just be lying, like, but yeah, so I brought that up because you guys mentioned that stuff about these dudes out of Ingles Gym and stuff doing that stuff. Of course, those dudes do that. Man, these guys, but hey, if you say to somebody you think somebody's on performance-enhancing drugs, dog, if you say that you think it, they'll be like, oh, you're lying. No way. Where's the proof? But Tyson Fury said he thinks everybody did. Guess what? He then after that tested positive for performance-enhancing drug. And he said it all out in public, man. Said DOG said Fanon steroid use is big in the UK. Absolutely, man. Clearly it's big in the UK, man. Lowest common denominator by said Fanon, wow, he dropped a dime on athletes and he didn't deny he was using PEDs. Of course he didn't. The dude is, if he comes in at 270 pounds, he is now. Like, come on, man. These dudes, man, there was a point in time it seemed like Deontay Wilder, every time Deontay Wilder fought somebody, the guy was testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. And it's not just, it's Europe. United States, I'm sure people do a lot of that stuff too. I'm sure they do a lot of that too. What's going on, CB Sports? But note, dog, that he told on himself in that, man. And that's for the fight coming up. Talking about he's eating all these goods, Said Vada better be on their job. Yeah, man. They're legal over there. Nah, not to box with, they're not legal. He said, Buddy Lee Sr. said he lost his hair after the PEDs. Remember, Fury had long hair too. Yeah, but his daddy's bald. His dad is bald. And his hair was thin. He could grow his hair out, but his hair was still thin. It was thin. And I don't know if that had anything to do with his PEDs, but that's an admission that he was using PEDs, man. You know, and it also was the first time you had him tell you about that. I'm a recovering this or that. He started smiling. Tyson Fury, now I know a tell. When Tyson Fury's lying, he's smiling. That's when Tyson Fury is lying, he's smiling. So maybe he is serious about trying to go after Deontay Wilder, but and get him out of there in 2 rounds. Wasn't there a big PED bus connected soccer boxing to a pharmaceutical company in the UK? I don't hear that. I haven't heard of that, but I'll look into it to see if that was the case. I'm not sure. The testing is harder over here for sure. PEDs don't make your chin stronger. Nah, it doesn't, because it definitely didn't hurt his. But, you know, the UK said oxyferine was okay for Billy Joe Saunders to take. They'll all do it. Loopholes designed to help them. I believe AJ was on nasal spray this last fight. Yeah, but it's not out of competition. It's not good out of competition for UCAD for the United States. But there is something to be said though about this testing. They catching people on a regular basis, man. People are getting busted for that stuff on a regular basis. But it still just blows my mind, dude. Emmanuel Joseph Baines said, man, these UK fighters are cheating and still losing. Cheating and still losing. Man, that's a shame. Cheating and still losing. Baldness is mother inheritance. Yeah, my grandfather on my mother's side was bald. Bald as a cucumber. Bald as a cucumber. AJ lost his only VADA fight. Hey, man, and got embarrassed in his only VADA fight too. It was lovely, wasn't it? Wasn't it lovely? Didn't you? Didn't you enjoy it? Just wonder, man. Didn't y'all enjoy it? Watching AJ lose his only VADA fight, man. There's a huge PED bus in Europe linking soccer and boxing. Yeah, okay, South Phoenix Rising. I gotta check that out, man. They say, yep, I did, man. I loved it, dog. Seriously, man. I think I hate that I wasn't there to DVD that fight. If I'm ever in a bad mood, man, I would just go back and watch Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, and just watch it over and over again and envision certain UK trolls watching that fight, dog. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Dog, they went into hiding for months. They went into hiding for months, dog. Trust me, there ain't no. Hey, Crush the Legend said, I love it. Buddy Lee Sr. dropped 4 times, man. Exactly, man. You said, never forget June 1st, 2019. I will never forget. I will never forget. They need to be telling AJ, they need to be AJ's motto. I will never forget. I will never forget. Getting his ass beat was like a second EID. What's that? AJ was under VADA when he was dropped from number 2 in the WBC to fight Charles Martin. Nah. No. That, my friend, I do believe that was before WBC clean boxing program. But let me check. Okay. WBC clean boxing program initiated. Let's see when that sucker was started, dog. That was in 2016. October 11th, 2016 is the WBC. I think that was in 2016. That was right around the same time that he left. Oh, on Tuesday. So it was October. Let's say October 11th, 2016. Right, maybe right around that time is when he left those ranks, dude. Right around the same time. Let me see. Anthony Joshua box rec. You know, got to go ahead and check because I don't want to say something that ain't right. But it was in October. Yeah, dog. He got out of there, dude. He got out of there 4 months before it. He got out of there 6 months before that. So, sorry to break it to you, homie. No, it was fully implemented, dog. Oh, yeah, dog. They were crushed, Broderick Hunter. Absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed. So, nah, dog. He was not. AJ fought Charles Martin in the IBF belt, not the WBC. But he was saying, what the guy said was that he was in the WBC before he fought for the championship, which is right. But when they announced that the clean boxing program, before that, AJ left. And they know they were implementing it for a year ahead of time. But by the time it was fully implemented, AJ had already headed for the hills. He's like, I'm out. I'm out, homie. Hell yeah, Google's a hell of a tool. Yes, sir. You know who somebody said that shit to me one time? Like, they tried to insult me because I was like, let me look it up. They're like, oh, Google's a hell of a tool. And I thought to myself, yeah, it is. What am I not supposed? Libraries are a hell of a tool too. I ain't supposed to, and I'm not saying that you saying that, but I'm like, man, I'm not supposed to use a library. Like, what am I supposed? You only know it if you can, if you can get underneath this, if you can sit up underneath a fig tree and contemplate the wisdom of the universe, and it comes to you that way. Dog, everybody has to read this shit, okay? They have to read it. They had to hear it somewhere, all right? If you don't work for VADA, you had to listen to it. DeWitt Demand, Bivol versus Beterbiev. Oh, I got Beterbiev, man. I got Beterbiev beating up Bivol. Got him beating up Bivol. and taking him 3 belts there, dog. And Canelo not fighting him. Canelo wants no parts of Beterbiev. AJ is a tool as well, yeah, you know. Yeah, man, cats would make me laugh, man. Like, somebody told me this dude, this historian, man, he's hilarious, dog. This dude was this librarian. You probably listening too, you old fuck boy. I know you be listening. Panty boy. Heath Anand's not really a historian. Just because you read those books don't make you an historian. Dog, if you're reading history books, what the fuck are you? Oh, you were there when... Oh, I get it. You were there when Harry Greb was fighting. I see. You were ringside for Harry Greb fights, right? You were ringside for Jack Johnson when Jack Johnson fought Stanley Ketchel. Yeah, you were ringside for that one, right? How the hell do you know? Oh, yeah. Dog, everybody reads it or sees it somewhere else, dog, okay? Information is out there, homie. If you read it, you know as much as the next dude does, okay? And it doesn't take that long, dog, in boxing, okay? Doesn't take that long. Better Beeve looks like he's done already killed a few dudes. Hey, man. South Phoenix Bison. You had to be there, bro. Yeah, exactly. You got to be there for it. Man, I'm older than you. I know you weren't there, or maybe I wasn't. You're probably the same age as me, somewhere around. But dog, you don't know. You are extrapolating from information, from public information. That just like everybody else, man. Deontay Brown. What do I think about Joyce Dubois? I think that Dubois is going to beat Joyce up, and I think it's going to go the distance, though. I think Joe Joyce got enough of a chin, but he is this. Hey, dude, for real, that motherfucker slow as a prison sentence, dog. That motherfucker is as slow as prison time, dog. That shit be like, dude. All right, my God, I don't understand how that dude lands. Punches. That dude is the slowest fighter I have ever seen. The dude did a backflip in slow motion. I was like, damn, how's he stay in the air that long? Like, he flipped, jump, whoop, so slow, dog. So slow, dog. That dude is so slow, dog. So slow, man. Yeah, Danny Dubois gonna beat him, man. He had enough of a hard time, man, fighting Bermain Stavern, who was already washed. Remember when, the Crown King said, remember when Diana Ball White said, yeah, I like that, man. I got to use, because I'm going to call him D-Ball. I like that, Diana Ball White, because that sounds like a real name that somebody might have gave his ass, Deanna Ball. Dillian is short for Deanna Ball. It's just hard to pronounce, you know. We got tired of telling people how to pronounce it, you know, so we were just like Dillian. It's simple, but it's really Deanna Ball. I just got finished watching Wilder Fury replay on YouTube. People really don't know how to score fights. Exactly. No, dude, you saw that? Yeah, I knew. That's why I knew some people, because I saw that thing. It came on at like a little bit before this live stream. People are bugging. He didn't do shit. If you watch that up there, you will see that that Tyson Fury did not do anything. He didn't do anything for the first 8 rounds that would give him some edge in that fight. Then he got knocked down in the 9th, and then he started pushing the fight in the 10th and the 11th, and he got his ass knocked down again. And he got his ass knocked down again. Dude, all first of those 8 rounds could have went either way, dude. Larry Austin Fury didn't do no damage. No, he did this. This is what he did. Oh, he's schooling him. And he threw some punches at his gloves, 2 and 3 punch combinations that landed on the glove. Said they were listening to Paulie parrot face ass commentary for now. Yeah. Dude, Paulie Malignaggi has not given a round to Deontay Wilder in the last 4 years. Okay? He ain't giving a round to Deontay Wilder. There wasn't a knockout in the last 4 years, man. He need to go train somebody. Paulie really does need to go train somebody so he can talk in their ear about what their strategy is that they need to employ. Because Dillian, what's his name? Paulie Malignaggi steadily telling the crowd how the fighters need to fight. Like, is that not your job to tell them that what they should be doing? Oh, he needs to do this. What he needs to do is he needs to rotate he needs to circle him to his left, and then he needs to jab him to the body. Then he needs to jab up top, but he's not doing that. So he loses the round. Am I lying? Or is that what Paulie Malignaggi does? He is literally telling he's telling the audience what the fighter should be doing instead of actually watching if what the fighter's doing is working or not. Go follow shit, man. Get the fuck up out of here, man. First of all, dude, get the fuck out of here. How about that? How about you get out of here? How about you kick rocks? Kind of fucking rude ass bullshit is that? Y'all, first of all, go subscribe to whoever you want. That's a decent dude. Nothing personal against him, man. But man, get a life, dude. Fuck is wrong with you? And I don't need your money, dog. You can shove your dollar bill stern up your ass, okay? Just right up there, homie. Man, y'all cats kill me, man. Oh, I threw him out. He's blocked. You shall not see him anymore. Don't do that, man. LDBC channels don't do that. You know how easy that would be for us to do? To be like, look, man, I need 100 people to go over to this dude's next live stream and just inundate his comment section with insults and appeals to subscribe to me. Y'all cornballs shouldn't. That's the thing about y'all, man. We never do that to you. And we're better equipped to do that to you than you are of us. We could literally infiltrate your whole entire live stream in any live stream that you want of anybody and run through that shit so you couldn't even have a conversation on that bitch if we didn't want you to. If you don't believe it, go to Showtime or PBC on Fox or Showtime live stream of a press conference or a weigh-in. And all you'll see constantly LDBC, 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 all up and down the comment section. We could do that to y'all bums all the time, but we don't do it because we mind our business over here. Okay, so you go mind your business over there. Where the fuck you are? Okay, you talking to a bunch of people that been here, come here every day. Get your shit, get out of here with that crap. We don't do it to you. I personally could go to one of your dudes' live streams personally and disrupt your whole chat just by leaving comments. And they wouldn't pay attention to anything you had to say. They would be like, Fanan's in the chat. Fanan, you a hater. Hey, Fanan. And you be bumping your fucking lips and look at your comment section and nobody would be listening to you talk because they would just be talking to me, hating on me. But you bring that crap over here, man. Don't bring that crap over here, man. Man, dude, LDBC is heavy in all of them things. All of them. That's why y'all think there ain't nobody who don't know who we are. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. Like Keith Sweat. Nobody. Because we're not one channel, dude. We're like 50. Go mind your business, dog. Just go mind your business. And y'all, he's so biased. Hey, man. Then why ain't you over there? Go watch some videos. Y'all ridiculous, man. Stay on it, dude. We seen Wilder Fury first fight, and Wilder won 8 to 4 rounds plus 2 knockdowns, and they still gave it a draw. Yeah, man, they talk a lot about how everybody thought that he won. No, dude. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Sr. was adamant that Deontay Wilder got robbed. Adamant. They said sitting ringside, Floyd Mayweather Sr., who has never been known to be a great fan of Deontay Wilder, was like, Deontay Wilder got robbed. He got robbed of a knockdown. It wasn't a slip. He got robbed of a knockdown. There should have been 3 knockdowns. And he beat that boy. He said, Kennedy Leonard said, I didn't realize Wilder was robbed that bad. Man, I was trying to tell people, go back and watch the fight. But see what you just do. Look at the first 8 rounds and point to any round that either guy won decisively. And the only guy moving forward was Deontay Wilder. The only guy moving forward was Deontay Wilder. The only one trying to engage in a fight was Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury was back, but they call that. But see, when Tyson Fury does it, that's I'm not gonna say, I don't mean robbed of the KO. Look, here's the thing: it was a draw, and when it's the champion, tie goes to the champion. Deontay Wilder kept his belts. Deontay Wilder fought 2 more people. And so, I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with what happened in the fight because it's kind of like all's well that ends well. At the end of the day, the right guy is still champion, in my opinion. In my opinion, and also in the opinion that matters, the judges. But Tyson Fury, come on, man. This is the guy that this is their lineal champion, right? This is their lineal champion right here. This is the guy right here that y'all want to be a champion. This guy.
I think so, yeah. Stern, Kepper, Brown. Brown's been cleared now, hasn't he?
Has he?
I think so, yeah. So there's been a few, but people take drugs, don't they, in boxing? They all take drugs, I'd say. All of them. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'd say they're all abusing performance enhancers or weight strippers or whatever they're going to do to take drugs. I think they all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who you look at?
Everyone.
Well, obviously, we're talking about yourself, so.
They all take drugs. All athletes.
Define all. Who are you talking?
Everyone.
Well, obviously, we're talking about yourself, so.
Let's see that one more time. Let's see that eye roll.
All athletes.
Define all. Who are you talking?
Everyone.
Well, obviously, we're talking about yourself, so.
Now, besides the idea that you have to define all, dude, define all for me. Define all? You want me to define all? Do you speak English? We're speaking in English. You want me to you would define all for me. Everybody, including myself. All athletes use them. That's what I think. Not you. What do you do? That's your guy, though. You know, that's your guy who stripped off how much was he weighing? 400 pounds? Didn't he get down from like 400 pounds? He got down from 400 pounds to 260 pounds in less than a year. Matter of fact, I think he got that down that far in about 6 months. How many people do you know that can lose and still be strong that much weight in 6 months? Oh, dog, BFTB said, oh, no, BFTB said there are plenty of things that needed to be defined when you get that high, but the commentator wasn't high. The commentator wasn't high. The commentator wasn't high. The commentator's the one that asked the question. Define all. He's giving him a big out. Define all, because obviously you're not talking about yourself, right? Only ones I use is cocaine and sometimes weed and I'm a recovering heroin addict. Come on, man. That's a facial admission, dog. That's like Gayle King. Ooh, Gayle King, dog. By the way, for the members, make sure you check out that video, dog. Oh, I said this is exactly what I said. Hey, man, BFTB, that's obvious. What kind of person loses that much weight in 6 months? Loses over 150 pounds in 6 months. And then he has 2 fights in Europe where you can use all that shit. But now that he's coming back and fighting in America for Deontay Wilder, I just hope Deontay Wilder. Oh, KP from KC said, Fanan, he lost a whole welterweight, bro. Yeah, dude, the dude lost man. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Oh, yeah, Gail. Look, man, you know what got me, though, about that, dude? Oh, Aaron Hand said, I don't know, Fanan, I lost like 150 in a year. Okay, watch this. I didn't say a year. I said 6 months. And are you a boxer? Are you a boxer? So not only do you have to lose weight, you have to keep your strength. 150 pounds in 6 months. Let's do the math on how many pounds per month that is. Let's see how many pounds per month that is. And I think it was more than that. I think it was more like he lost more than that. I think he lost, man, that dude, as big as he was, dude, he could have easily been 450. But let's just go with 160 divided by 6. I should be able to do that in my head, shouldn't I? No, I shouldn't. That's 26 pounds. That's 27 pounds a month. That's 27 pounds a month for 6 straight months. Said it was more than 200 pounds. So let's go with the 200 pounds, dude. Let's go with the 200 pounds he lost. Where is it? Dang, where'd my calculator go? And he did it in 6 months. Calculator would be 200. Let's just go 200. I think that's fair. God dog, he's huge. divided by 200 divided by 6 equals 30, roughly 34 pounds a month. But if you do that, you should be weak because you can't take any food. You know the calorie deficit you have to be in? 33 pounds a month. Do you know the caloric deficit that you have to be in? And you also have to hold on to muscle. So you got to make sure that the percent, not only did you lose 200 pounds, you can't lose any muscle. You can't lose muscle. Because when you lose weight, you don't just lose the fat. You also lose muscle. That's why I'm saying because I've done that. I lost like 60 pounds in about 4 months. As soon as I got off that diet, my shit blew up like a balloon. Swoop. Because I burned away muscle. So when you stop that diet, you slow your metabolism down and you blow up. Dude, he had to lose all that weight without losing any muscle. Combuterol, right? Because isn't that what Combuterol does? Like, I'm not saying it's Combuterol specifically, but when people talk about Canelo Alvarez, they're like, well, it's Combuterol isn't a steroid. Yes, it is. It helps you gain muscle and burn fat at the same time, which is very, very difficult to do. Very difficult. Or it slows down because it will slow down your weight loss. Your scale, if you are like, say, for example, you're in a calorie deficit, right? Say you're like in a 500 a day calorie deficit. Dude, it takes like 3,500. You have to have like a caloric deficit of like 3,500 calories in order to lose a pound. So this dude is in a 3,500 because he's losing 33 pounds a day, 33 pounds a month, which means he's in a 3,500 caloric deficit, which means he's burning off. Dude, 2080 doesn't matter, CRB. You're in a 3,500 calorie a day deficit. And you're not burning muscle? It doesn't matter how old you are. Calories in, calories out. In order to lose a pound, you have to have burned around 3,500 more calories than you took in. So if he eats 2,000 calories a day, he has to be able to burn off 5,500 calories a day for a month and not burn any muscle. That's what you call GTOH. Get the fuck out of here, okay? Get out of here, man. Okay, get out of here. Dude, you could literally run 6 miles. That means you got to run you'd have to run 12 miles a day. You'd have to run 12 miles a day. 12 miles a day and not eat. And then hit heavy weights to order your body to keep the muscle on you. You got to lift heavy and you can't eat every day for 6 months. Man, get out of here. Man, get out of here. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It's calories in, calories out. Weight loss at the end of the day is calories in, and calories out. Unless you have something in your system that is burning your metabolism, right? That all of a sudden you have the metabolism. All of a sudden you got a metabolism of an antelope. Okay. Oh, excuse me. You got what's the better one? You got the metabolism of a what's the thing out there in Africa of a honey badger? Unless you got the metabolism of a honey badger, shit ain't working, homie. It ain't working, homie. And what did he say? Let's go back over this. So you think CRB, who's my dude? CRB, watch this. I'm sure Fury had aid in losing weight, but that doesn't mean it was an illegal substance. First of all, PEDs don't have to be illegal to be a PED. Doesn't have to be. You're mixing issues, friend. You're saying something, I'm sure he got help, but that doesn't mean that it's illegal. You're right. The nasal spray and the Vaxabine, whatever, it's legal over there in between fights. It doesn't mean it's not a performance-enhancing drug. Meldonium was legal when Alexander Povetkin was taking it. Doesn't mean it's not a performance-enhancing drug. If it's a performance-enhancing drug over there, it's a performance-enhancing drug anywhere you take it. Doesn't matter. But if you don't believe me, I think I closed it. I did close it. Once again, go back to what Tyson Fury himself said. Weight strippers, all of them are on either weight strippers or PEDs or something. He himself said all of them are on either this or weight strippers. And you think this dude didn't use some weight strippers? Get that shit up off him, man. Come on, man. Say Fin is not illegal, but it's a PED. Yeah, dude. See, it's not the letter of the law, man. It's not the letter of the law. That's my concern. It's the spirit of the law. It's what you know they're trying to do when you write a rule. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to eliminate the use of people using performance-enhancing drugs in order to get an unfair advantage. That's what the purpose of the rule is. That's the purpose of it. But when you find a way to go around it, where even though you're not violating the spirit of the law, but you're violating the letter, you're not violating the letter of the law, but you're violating the spirit of the law, you're just as big a cheater in my book. That becomes an issue of your ethics. It's unethical. It might not be illegal, but it's unethical. Highly unethical, right? Because we're trying to do what? The rule is not there so for you not to take Dianabol. Okay, hey, we don't want anybody taking Dianabol. The whole thing is about Dianabol. No, Dianabol is just a way that you go about giving yourself a competitive advantage based on chemicals you enter into your body. That's just one example of it, which is why they got to keep adding more and more things so that they can communicate to people what is illegal and what's not illegal. Because there might be a reasonable for somebody to say, well, I don't know. I guess caffeine, protein, creatine, vitamins are PEDs also because they enhance your performance. Yes. But everybody has access to them. And those things are not, dude, that shit is not creating as big a fucking danger as, I guess you could say that food. Let me make an idiot of you, Blair. I was trying to be polite. Okay. First of all, protein's not a drug. And yes, creatine is a performance enhancing drug. Yes, it is. And I don't believe that you can use that either. I do believe that creatine, if you have a modified testosterone, I think that creatine might be illegal, dude. And vitamins are not a drug. Vitamins occur naturally in food. So caffeine, number one, caffeine is not designed specifically to enhance your performance, to increase your endurance, to increase your muscle density. So that's not the role of caffeine. Second, protein. Protein comes from food and everywhere else. That is just something that your body needs. Your body needs protein. Creatine, I do believe, is illegal, and vitamins occur naturally in food. But then again, if protein is illegal, then maybe water should be illegal too. How about this? How about you stop playing fucking stupid? Okay? See, I'm going to give you a talk like I give my son. Every once in a while, he'll get cute and he'll start trying to argue a point about, and you know what I'll do? Just every once in a while, I'll stop and I'll slap him in his chest. What's that for? Because you're getting cute. You know damn well what steroids are. Why are you asking that fucking question? You know damn well that somebody underperformance and over that, you know damn well that coffee and Deanabol are not the same thing. You know that. But see, you can never legislate. You can never legislate a rule so tight that there's not room for interpretation, that there's no gray area. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to let people know guidelines so that people that have ethics have something to look at. So if somebody was ethical, they could say, all right, a law, is it illegal for me to find a $100 bill on the street? If a $100 bill rolls by you, you pick it up and you take it. You know that that's not your $100 bill. You know it's not your $100 bill. But you pick it up and you put it in your pocket. You look around, there's nobody around. You know, it's in the middle of the night. If you knock on people's door asking them about their $100 bill, you might get shot. So you put the $100 bill in your pocket and you go home. Right? Now, dumbass, did you steal it? No. But you know it's not yours. You took it. You just don't know who you took it from. Let me lay a similar scenario out for you with your bullshit. What if you go into a store, a gas station, and the cash register is open and turned towards you, and there's a $100 bill in that, and you stick your hand in that cash register and take that $100 bill and you walk out? Is that stealing? Yes. Didn't they do the same thing basically? Yes. They both picked up $100 bills that they know belong to somebody else. In both of those scenarios, neither person knew who exactly that $100 bill belonged to. But one picked it up and the other one picked it up. Do you think that they're both thieves? No. The guy that stole it, because common sense tells you what the spirit of the rule is. And a discerning person could tell, oh no, you know damn well you were not supposed to take that $100 out of that cash register. Or if you change the scenario slightly, you know you're not supposed to put your money in that tip jar. A tip jar is better. You know you're not supposed to take that $100 bill off that tip out of that tip jar. You know it. And as a result, we're calling the police on you. That $100 out there, hey man, I don't think somebody's a thief for having picked up a $100 bill that they see rolling down the street. All they need to do is pick it up, look around, and then put it in their pocket if they don't see somebody that money belongs to. But what if it's a wallet? Then what's ethical? Oh, you know the guy's wallet. There's credit cards in there. His name is on there. Well, maybe you should try to go find that guy and you don't spend the credit card. But see, there's all kind of areas of gray. But you know how you navigate that, Mr. Blair? By having an internal code of ethics that you go by. And you know damn well that Dillian White using D-ball is even if it's not a violation of the letter of the law, it is a violation of the spirit of the law, which is why somebody will slap the piss out you for doing shit like that. All those rules are doing is trying to give people a common understanding for what is acceptable, what's not acceptable, and what the penalties will be for doing something, either doing something that's not acceptable or not doing something that is required. But if you think you want to be cute, everybody can look and say, yeah, She was 18 years old in 1 month, and this dude was 60. This dude was 60. Yeah, she was 18 years old. She was 18 years old in 1 month, but dog, you still a creepy old man. Fuck you doing anywhere near that line? Oh, hey, I waited till she turned 18. Yeah, but you was looking at her when she was 17. Oh, you know, I've known her since she was 15, but I waited till she was, yeah, you was a creepy old man when she's 15 too. But I didn't violate the law. That don't mean your ass don't need to be strung up by a tree. Okay. Daniel Blair said, I wasn't saying I agree with people using steroids. There's a lot of things that enhance performance that's not designed specifically for that purpose, man. But look, let's know. What you were doing is you were putting a counterpoint to an argument that I made. Okay? I started the conversation talking about the use of performance-enhancing drugs and weight strippers and things like that. And you asked me, oh, in a very smart-assy type of way, I guess caffeine, protein, and creatine and vitamins are PEDs. So because they enhance your because they enhance your performance. No, dude, you presented something to me. And it was something that was on this side, you believed clearly from the context of what you said were things that didn't violate the law. So you were trying to point out a gray area between the two. And I'm saying if you're anywhere near the gray area, if you're on this side of the gray area, but you can touch it, if you're in the gray area, you're unethical. If you believe that your creatine is going to give you an unfair advantage over somebody else, you are being unethical. You know that. You're cheating. Do you feel like you're getting one? Oh, but at the same time, it's available to everybody? Because everybody can use creatine? If everybody can use creatine, and then you say, okay, well, then would you tell them? Would you tell them that you would do it? Maybe there's that test for it. Would you tell them? Do you think if the guy that Navraxa smacks or whatever fucking mean that whatever that nasal spray is that Billy Joe Saunders would have just told the WBC he was taking it? Hey man, I want to let you know. Yeah, I took it. Yeah, I took it. I'm disclosing it to you. Yeah, here's everything that I did. I'm disclosing here. Diana Ball, you know what I mean? Cocaine, all of it's right there. I said it. I don't have any problem. Do you think that they're going to tell people they're using meldonium? Maria Sharapova used meldonium for 10 years for a supposed heart ailment, and that was in the gray area. Man, I ain't trying to buy that, man. Y'all know when y'all cheating. Just like Gail King knew what she was doing when she asked that Kobe question. BFTB said, all this capping y'all doing for Fury is insane. This guy's rubs one out to Wilder 7 times a day in order to raise his testosterone levels, which the exact opposite occurs, but I guess that's different. Oh yeah, well maybe that's how he's gonna my testosterone was elevated because yang. Yeah, dog, that's not how it works, man. You're lowering your levels, dude, because it's leaving your body. No, but it keeps creating it. Why don't you just keep what you got, dog? You just keep what you run out to Wilder, dog. That's crazy, man. Much love in that super chat, man. What's going on, King? Ty King Ali? Well, look, man, y'all be coming up for reasons for cheating, man. We know it. Just like that thing with let's see. B&B said, Daniel Blair, you walk into a lot of conversations and act like you know what you're talking about until everyone in the conversation look at you like you're stupid. Dude, that dude is some guy that always comes by, man. That's the same dude. I wouldn't be surprised if that's that Taiwan-ass dude. The same, think you smart, but you not. You know what I mean? That's why I tell my son, dude, look, let me tell you, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that bullshit. Okay? I'm not trying to hear any of that bullshit. That's what I like to comparison. CRB, cheat at Monopoly. I'm flawed, man, okay? Yes, you are, dog. Yes, you are cheating at Monopoly. God dang shame, cheaters. But look, the reason why their ethics is to guide you. And we all go over here or go over there. You know what I mean? But dude, if you're living in a society, man, you got to have some line, man. Come on, you know what that dude's doing, man. You know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. People ain't stupid, man. It's a Dumb and Dumber logic, man. Look, man, but this is like Gayle King, right? Man, her body language. I listened to that interview. The one thing that got me in the interview with Lisa Leslie was her body language. Her body language. When she said, when Lisa Leslie told what's her face, Gayle King, that they went to trial and it was dismissed. Gayle King's body language completely told on her. All the other stuff, all that other stuff that she said, she could have hid. She could have hid behind, look, I got to ask the tough questions. There are people that want to know, they want to know your opinion on it. So, hey, I'm looking for your answers. I'm not trying to put my own 2 cents in it, right? But when she did this, when she said, yes, because they wouldn't testify, for that instant, her condescending and dismissive attitude was expressed through her body language. And right there, she was basically telling you, I don't give a fuck about that shit. The only reason it got they dismissed it because that doesn't mean he's innocent, right? That don't mean he's innocent just because it was dismissed. Yeah, it does. Oh, it means he's not guilty. It means that it was never proven. It means that he never had a day in court, or he had his day in court and they got rid of it. That's what it means. So why are you talking about it? Why are you talking about it? You think that is a saying that the legal system? Oh, you didn't see? Look at her body language. See, because I watched it and I was like, you know, she's one of those people that do that stuff, man. She's one of those people that again think they're smart and think that they can cover up their fucking ignorance with education or their malice with a polite tone. I know you're insulting me. You are forcing somebody to address an issue by you asking them. But for you asking that question, the subject would not have been brought up. So anything that she says, any answer she gives, you're the but for cause of that shit coming out. Because Lisa Leslie would have never brought it up. If Lisa Leslie thought that was something important to discuss, she would have brought it up herself in the middle of an answer that she gave. You didn't have to answer the question. You didn't have to ask the question, and you didn't have to have follow-up questions. Well, you know, it's possible that you don't know about it. Well, bitch, if it's possible that I wouldn't know about it, why the fuck you asking me why you asking me the question? I said that there's nothing that I've seen in him that would make me believe he would do anything like that. And I've been around him a lot and I've known him for a lot of years. Well, it's possible. We're going to play it's the possible game. Well, hey, Gayle, that chick could have been lying. Ain't that possible? Ain't it possible that she knew who Kobe Bryant was and she knew that he was very, very wealthy and that she set him up? Isn't that possible as well? So since we are talking about one possible, can't we talk about the other possible too? Oh, but Gayle, you would be insulted if you brought up that possibility, right? We can't talk since we talking about what's possible. That's why since we talking about what's possible, let's talk about, it's possible that he behaved completely differently in that situation, but it's also possible that the lady straight up lied and it never happened, or it's possible that she came at him and was plotting to get his money. They're both possible, Gayle. But the only thing that we know that's factual is that the case was dismissed. It's what we know happened is it was dismissed. And I'm not trying to hear this crap like they cut it the wrong way. The way they cut it. Oh, really? Gail, you don't know what a hot topic is and what a hot topic is not. You didn't think maybe asking Lisa Leslie about a rape conviction for a dead man and his daughter might, for a man that died with his daughter on a plane, you didn't think that maybe that might be spectacular enough or controversial enough to be in a short clip? You didn't know that? Now you're going to play dumb? And how many is this again? How many of this are we going to do? You're not on, you and your girl aren't on guy number 1, okay? You guys are like on black man number 5, okay? You're on you're on black man number 5 you're doing this with, okay? 5. Some shit like that, okay? We got to believe him. We got to believe him about Bill Cosby, right? Oh, you got to believe him about Michael Jackson. Who cares if he was acquitted? Who cares if he had his day in court and they threw the shit out? Who cares about that's not important. What's important is that we think it's possible that he did it. Isn't that what Emmett Till got killed for? Because it was possible he whistled at a white woman. Emmett Till didn't get his day in court for whistling. But you're perfectly willing to take a man to dismiss men that did get their day in court and publicly lynch them after the fact. You think that's okay? Oh, I understand. You speak with clear English. Oh, okay. And you wear a wig. Okay. Yeah. Whatever, man. CRB said, crazy that Wilder, Fury, losers still ranked over AJ. Yeah, they will be. They should be. They lost to a better fighter. They would have lost to a better fighter. So that's what kills me about that. And you guys in boxing are the same damn way, dude. Same damn way. Same cornballs. You trying to hide. People know what you're doing, man. Like, and that's why I always have gotten along with and appreciated more dudes like I would rather deal with, like, I saw the Snoop Dogg video, and that was just funny to me, dude, because people ain't stupid. They're just going to cut straight to the heart of it. We know what you do. We know what you did. We know what you're doing. But maybe you should get the same mob justice that you're asking for a dead man. It's the second straight dead man they dug up. It's 2 dead men they dug up too, by the way. Dug up Michael Jackson. Let's start this shit over again. Dug up Michael Jackson. Shit on him. You don't even wait till you start shitting on Kobe Bryant, and he wasn't even in the ground. And his daughter too. His daughter died next to a rapist. His daughter and his rapist daddy. Yeah, you're a classy act there, lady. You're a classy act right there. That's why they hang out with Harvey Weinstein. Multiple pieces of shits. All hanging out together, dude. All hanging out together. I don't agree with Snoop said, but I understand why he said it. Oprah and Gail definitely know what's going on. I agree with what he said. I agree with what he said. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. I ain't one of these dudes that cry over Jeffrey Dahmer, dude. Okay? Did not shed a tear. Okay? Didn't shed a tear. You did all that foul shit, and somebody caught up with you on that foul shit. Now, see, I ain't down for sucker punching old men, but that shit, oh no. Oh no, I would cry no tears. None. Because then maybe they would stop doing it. Maybe they stop doing it. Maybe they'd be like, the money's good, but that mob outside my house, I don't know about that. Okay, these motherfuckers all around my house. They all out by my grandmama's house. Nah. Other communities don't let people do that. Communities don't let people do that. If you say something around, you say, for example, you go real hardcore on a certain group of people, right? A certain group of people, dude, they will go out of their way to ruin your life. Fair or unfair. They will ruin your life. They will blacklist you. They will put everything, all the money they can get their hands on out there to destroy your name. They will be coming out with dirt on you, 50-year-old dirt on you. All of it. If somebody's out there with nudie pics, they put that shit on you too. Okay? All of that. Because they understand. You tear them down, I'm next. I'm next. Nah, man. I'm cool. I didn't have any issue with what he said. Oh, yeah. Ken John said Emmett Till's mother spent the rest of her life saying her son did not disrespect that woman. Sadly, she died before the woman admitted that she lied. Dude, that's why that's so, dude, I am not going to believe it until you prove it. That's my say so. That's my saying with the whole thing. Just prove it. Yes, I understand you need to come forward and then you need to prove it. That's the same rule that everybody else lives under. But I understand you were treated badly. I believe you. Come forward. Come forward unabashed. Okay? As many hoes as there are out in the world that are legitimate hoes, ain't nobody tripping on the fact that you had sex. You know what I mean? Back in the day when they were like, oh, he stole my virginity. He stole my flower. Now my king, now my Prince Charming won't want to marry me and give me his kingdom. Dog, that shit is all gone. Don't nobody care that you gave up the coochie, voluntarily or otherwise. What the fuck is this myth of some great fucking shame? Okay? Everybody's fucking. Okay? Everybody's fucking. So go tell him it happened. Yeah, he did it. Yes, that motherfucker snatched me by the back of the head. This is what he did. He did it yesterday. I want his ass arrested. Do it. Do it. Don't be fucking, oh, well, she didn't take it to court because she was really worried about what her mommy and daddy would think. Hey, dude, you got to tell the truth. It's a hard fucking world. If somebody did that to you, you have got to exercise your right to take them to court. To take them to court. To give it to the authorities. And when it happens, that's your duty. And it's your duty to society to do that. Because if you don't do it and it's real, and see they go off and do that to somebody else, then that shit's on you. A bit of that should be on you. Because let's like you know that there's a dog that bites, that is running around the neighborhood, and you were just walking, minding your business, and this dog ran up and took a big chunk out of your arm, and you were like, oh, let me just go home and go to the doctor. No. Well, whose dog was it? I don't want to say. I'm just humiliated that the dog bit me. But if you don't tell me what dog it was that bit you, how are we going to know that we need to go put that dog to sleep? There's going to be somebody else that goes around that dog and gets bit. It's your duty to tell people. It's your duty. If somebody does that to you, it's your duty. It's your duty to tell people. If 30 years ago, Bill Cosby did that to you, it was your duty to tell. It was your duty. Your duty. Because he'll go around and do that to somebody else. But 30 years later, with money on the line, I'm supposed to believe you? With no proof, no nothing? And not just believe you. Because if I believe you, that's one thing. But to have him sanctioned and punished is something else. Because me believing something is not the same thing as them proving it. And we have a system of jurisprudence that requires that you prove, either by beyond a reasonable doubt or a preponderance of evidence, that something that you're accusing somebody of is true. And when Gail did that little she is basically shitting on our very protection. The thing that black people have been denied in this country for hundreds of years. We were denied what we worked for, but yet we are required. It's a shame. Your ancestors died for the right to vote. Yeah, my ancestors also died for the right to a fair public trial. And you're shitting on it, Gail. And you're shitting on it, Oprah. And all you other people that dig up dead men and bring up cases where somebody that have already been adjudicated, but you don't believe it. So let's treat them like they did it. Shame on all of you. Oh, and see, 8 different types, and she still raised you one more. Look, man, here's the thing about the semen thing. Now, people will be like, oh, but you can't tramp shame her. It's not. I'm not saying because she had sex with 8 men that she's a bad person and she's incapable of being raped. A woman that slept with 8 men. Now, here, watch me very carefully on this. A person, and I'm talking to women too. Y'all listen to me when I say this. The difference here. A woman could have sex with 8 different women, 8 different men, 8 different days in a row, and then get raped on the 9th. Absolutely could happen. And the guy that raped it on the 9th is guilty of rape. Here's the issue. A woman that slept with 8 different men and then the 9th is going to have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the bruises came from guy 9 and not guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's not that she's a bad person, because truth to be told, if you could test for the flakes, you would have a bunch of dudes with 3 different types of fluids on them all the time. Yeah, Susie on Tuesday, Jane on Wednesday, Sarah on Friday. That shit is not uncommon at all. Okay, it's not uncommon at all. However, if you want to accuse somebody of stealing something out your house, you've got to explain how you know it's Jane and not Susie, Sarah, and Kelly, who are also all in the same room. So when you're saying he bruised me, he grabbed me, he did that, and see these bruises, you're going to have to answer the question. Is it a possibility? How do you know that it was Kobe? How do you know that it wasn't Jeff? We have Jeff testified that you and he had relations the same morning. How do you know that bruise on your upper arm came from Kobe and not him? Do you have any evidence to that to demonstrate that? That's why it's relevant. You piece of shit. That's why it's relevant. Not, oh, you're slut shaming him. No, I'm not. Hey, dude, when she gets done, and I hope she go find 5 more dudes if you want to feel like making yourself feel better. I don't care who you sleep with. But if you were with 3 different dudes, if the 3 dudes were all in the same place, how do we know that the proof that you're putting forward that it was Kobe that grabbed your arm or Kobe that grabbed your neck? How do we know it's Kobe and it's not the other dude? How do you know? Because you're accusing Kobe. Kobe isn't accusing anybody. Kobe's sitting in his living room, minding his business, and somebody comes and say, you've been accused of this. Oh, well, how are they going to prove this? But again, back to Gail. When they do that, Gail King and whatever freaking name and Oprah are violating something that we really did die to prevent. A whole lot of black people literally died trying to stop the lynching of black men. And what is lynching? Besides the death, what has to happen before you're lynched? You are found guilty by people that do not have the authority to try you in over information that you don't have the ability to challenge. That is what the problem is with the lynching. It's not actually the fact that they strung you up, because they could string you. They could literally try you and string you up. It's the mob portion of it. So I find it interesting for people like Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey to jump out there and say, "Oh, did you vote today? Yeah, did you undermine justice today? Did you undermine the judicial system today, Oprah or Gail? Did you in any way, shape, or form further the notion that black men are uncontrollable savages that need to be disciplined, jailed, and watched at all costs because they will rape your little daughters? Have you done anything in furtherance of that, Gail, Oprah, huh? Besides the color purple, that is. Besides the color purple, right? Where every man in there in the color purple was either a subservient punk or he was a brutal woman beating misogynist. Yeah, do any of that lately? Man, these people be wilding, man. What's going on, Ivy West? Say good afternoon, Fernando. I see you still cooking, King. Yeah, man. 70 KQKC was on a little bit late today, man. So I thought I would, do this thing, but I do got to get out of here because I gotta I have to go pick up a car in the shop and do some other things, man. But look, it was a lot of fun. Much love to everybody in the super chat, everybody that supported the channel, man. Definitely check out the videos that we got coming up later today. And also the Patreon videos that we got coming up. Some good stuff over there. They say Oprah tears up because Gayle King getting death threats. Hey, man. Don't do the crime if you can't pay the time. Okay? Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Yeah. Beretta style. Keep that shit. Hey, keep your lips buttoned, dog. Fuck you think? People just supposed to be okay with that shit? You think people just gonna be okay with that? You call him. There are people legitimately mourning for this man. People that are legitimately mourning for him that feel like there's a hole in their life because this young man died in such a tragic fashion. For now, you don't think the Gayle King thing speaks of the MU? What's the MU? What's the MU? Hey, look, man. Dog, don't start none won't be don't start none won't be none, dog. You don't walk into the middle of somebody's funeral and fart, dog. Okay? And not the hatred of men. No. I can't tell you whether it well, let me put it this way. I don't know. I don't think it's the hatred of men or she'd be doing it with other men. I think she's an opportunist. And she's excessively ambitious. She's ridiculously ambitious. And there's nothing worth there. Overly ambitious people do shit like this. Okay. And sometimes when you're overly ambitious, it fails. And you can be overly ambitious, you can fail wrong. Okay. Oprah Winfrey is ruthlessly ambitious. Gayle King is ambitious. So she wants to interview. She wants to be, and now she's putting herself as the person that's going to interview. That's so anyway, she's overly ambitious, and there is a movement, right, of women empowerment, which is cool. And cool, very cool. I don't have any, see, for me, I never understood this. Like, this is where I get on dudes about women. Dog, don't think you smarter than them. Or there are things that they can do, that there are things that they shouldn't do, and things that they should do, and things that they shouldn't do because they're women, right? So the idea that you think that you should be the guy that gets the raise as a manager of, a manager in the company that you work for, if she does a better job than you and she's better at her job, she should get the job and you should shut the fuck up and listen to what she got to say and what she tells you to do. That's me. I've never had an issue with a woman that I believe or anybody else that I believe really understands something better or has more experience and is offering great guidance to listen to them and to take their instruction. I've never had an issue with that based on somebody being any color or any race or any sex. I've never felt that way. And there's a lot of guys that really do feel that way. And that's where they and I disagree. Okay. However, this is where it goes overboard for me. With black women, you are not the women that they're talking about. And you're enabling them. Black women are enablers. That's what I think. They're enabler. Many times they become enablers of people that are doing oppressive things because they're ambitious, because their ambition gets in the way. Their personal ambition outweighs their sense of community. They are made to believe, they accept, however they come to believe it, that they are not in the same boat as black men, that they are in the same, they want to lead, they believe that they're in the same boat as other women. And it's not the case. Okay. It's not the case. And I would say the same thing. My opinion is the same thing about black people that are gay. That shit is not your fight. Your fight is the same fight as my fight. Your issues are not stemming from the fact that you're gay. Your issues, by and large, are coming from the fact that you're black. But when you lead your voice and your effort to that, the people that are taking advantage of that are the people that are still creating the suffering for me. If you are supporting WS men, right? WS men who sleep with black men, you are still supporting them. They're still part of that group. They are WHITE before they ever knew that they liked men. And they will be that anytime that is the group they belong to. That is not the group that you belong to. And they work together well. They might have their disagreements and their issues in their household, but it is still their household. But when you leave our household to support that household is still at odds with our household. You are buying away. Working against us. If you move into the house of the neighbor across the street because you fall in love with their daughter, but they are steadily shooting gunshots at our house, but you're like, hold on. I fell in love with their daughter. I'm going to move in with them. Yeah, you are, but you're now taking your money, your effort to support a household that's shooting at us. How am I supposed to feel about that? You know what I mean? And there are many people that believe that. There are feminists that are like black women who are die hard about black women and wanting the best for black women. But they're not buying that. They're like, nah, I'm not going for that shit because I know what you're trying to do. I know I'm not going to do that. That's kind of like James Baldwin. People talk about James Baldwin was gay as a blade, dude. That is probably the gayest human being ever to walk the face of earth. He's gay times 7. Okay? But he never identified that as his goal for improving the lives of all human beings. He knew where the problem lied, and that's where he focuses his effort. People are trying to make some of these dudes believe that they're not part of our community and they don't have the same struggle as ours because of something that they do. Watch this. Something that they do no more than 30 minutes a day. No more than 30 minutes a day. Do you do that? Because if you define yourself by your sexuality is only relevant at the top for 30 minutes a day. Who you get up, and who you have sex with. That's the only time that it is truly relevant. But you are black 24/7 all day. And why at the same time did you choose to copulate? That's something that you do. That's not something that's not who you are. But yet the confusion is allowed but the confusion continues. It absolutely continues. When they tell you that that is who you are, that's not what you do. Your gender is really what you do. It's not who you are. If you talk, I'm not talking about your sex. I'm talking about your gender, right? Like whether or not you identify as somebody that's feminine or not, that's what you do. You are cast into a system of being non-white. You can't leave it. There ain't no choices there. You're that way from the day you're born to the day you die. The day you're born to the day you die, along with everybody else. But some people want to take shortcuts and say, hey, man, but it's easier over here if I hang out with them. Yeah, that's comfort. I got you. And I don't have any issue with what anybody does, dog. Real Style, Steve's team, Steve's production said, thanks for that. I already knew these things, but the way you explain stuff is classic. Man, I appreciate you, man. But look, man, I went into that. Yeah, Cali nigga, but look, yeah, but see why Cali nigga, but why is that relevant? It's only relevant because she would have to prove that it was not, there's a reasonable suspect for that. He becomes a reasonable suspect. And that creates doubt. But see, that's what they're doing when they're saying just believe her. Just believe is saying don't worry about evidence. Ignore the evidence. Remove from her any necessity to actually back up her assertion with facts. Now that is in a society that hails science, right, as being the ultimate of everything. If you can't observe it, it's not true. If there's not empirical evidence for it, it doesn't exist. But yet they want to sweep away that. They want to sweep away the letter of the law, the spirit of the law, and tell you just believe it. Just believe her. Why? Because she's a woman. Well, she doesn't have any proof, but yeah, she's a woman. And we have to give her room for that. Because there's a lot of situations where people didn't believe her. And it was, okay, well, I'm black, then just believe me. I promise you, I can find just as many examples of black people getting screwed over, definitely in the last 600 years, because they were black and nobody listening to them. And ain't nobody saying, well, I'm black, just believe me. I'm black, believe me. Okay, that person over there stole my money. He stole my land. Okay, why? Why would I believe you? Because I'm black, and nobody ever believes black people. So believe me, I'm black. Right? But that's what that's how they're using Gayle King. Oh, believe me. Oh, yeah, them monkeys ain't no good. Believe me, I'm a black. I'm one of them, so believe me. Jonathan Park said, you 100% right, brother. 100% right. I agree with you totally. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And I'm not saying a negative word about a woman, not a second. I love women, dog. I don't believe in all that go my own way. I don't want to go nowhere without women. Rarely do I want to go anywhere without women, unless it's like I got to wash my feet and I got to clean up, okay, before I see one. Other than that, dog, and even then, that's fun. Hell no. It's a lot of situation her ass was lying and we swung for it. Yeah, dude, man, she lost all credibility to me when they did that to Michael Jackson because there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. Why? What good does it do? That's what Snoop said that I was like, man, I've always known he's a real smart dude. But when he said, what are you getting out of this? What do you get out of that? Like, what's the purpose of that? Kicking a dead man? I mean, understand, kicking a man while he's down is one thing. But kicking a man when he's dead? Kicking a man when he's dead? That's just a piece of shit. For something that happened 20 years ago? You're just a piece of shit. That's all you are. You're a piece of shit. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, it said Gayle and Oprah broke my heart. My mom loved Oprah. Not anymore, man. Everybody loves Aunt Jemima until they realize what Aunt Jemima is doing. Everybody loves Aunt Jemima until they realize that, man, she don't never cook she ain't cooking these biscuits for us. When Aunt Jemima come home, she ain't got no time to cook for us. Shit, we eating all kind of But damn, she up over there cooking up the pastries, all kind of shit. And plus, it's already exactly, man, dude. She been playing that, and they playing Aunt Jemima, dog. They are mammy dolls, walking dolls, homie, walking mammy dolls. Anyway, man, with that, he said they always about the paycheck. Oh no, dude, that ain't about the paycheck. Harry Sackett. No, they're not. That's not about the paycheck. With Oprah Winfrey, that's not about the paycheck. It's not about the money. She's got enough money. She does not need that money. That is not about money for her. That I do not believe. If you were telling me that, like whatever that Candace Owens chick, that was about the money, I would believe it. Okay. If you told me that it was somebody, some young up and coming person, that it was about the money, I would believe it's about the money. It ain't about the money for Oprah Winfrey. She's got more money than she will ever spend. She has more money than she will ever spend. Gayle King has more money than she will ever spend. That is about their ambition. It's about their ambition. That's what that's about, dog. And that too, I'm sure has something to do with it. But Oprah doing that stuff is not about money, dog. It's about relevance. It's about staying, because Oprah ain't Oprah anymore. Oprah ain't the Oprah with the television show that everybody, that's not her. That shit's gone, dog. That's gone. Anyway, it ain't about the money. With Oprah, I don't believe it's about the money, man. Oprah is like, one of the a black musician that all of a sudden their music gets bad. You ever notice that? Like after Prince got a certain amount of money, his music didn't sound the same anymore because he was doing more stuff that he just wanted to do. He's like, hey, I'm playing this music because this is what I want to do. I don't need any money. I got more money than I'll ever need, right? Bill Cosby can say what he wants to say because he got more money than he would ever need. He did that stuff. He was saying stuff because that's what he believed, when he would have never said that before if he was striving for money. Because when you're striving for money, you're doing things that you're going to make sure you play it close to the chest and you do what you need to do. But once you get a certain amount of money, dog, that becomes about something other than the money. B&B Boxing, read your last comment for sure. Damn, but that's always hard when people say read my last comment, because that means I got to go look for your comment, but I'll do it. Okay, women and gender hijacked the civil rights movement when it was about us, and they keep doing everything that's about us. Look, man, I got a video on Patreon that you're going to love that I'm doing, okay, about that one. I got something about that, but you got to understand that the civil rights movement was about the same thing too. The civil rights movement was about the same thing too. What they made the civil rights movement about was not what black people were asking for. We weren't asking for it. That's the big thing about, that's the thing that really just is that nobody talks about with that. Nobody asked for integration. That wasn't the purpose of it. The purpose of it was to end the system of oppression. It wasn't to live next door to you. It was about education and equal access to government, to become full citizens. That doesn't mean you got to live up next to anybody. It turned to integration. No, man. Nobody asked that. Nobody ever wanted that. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for that. Oh, the Voting Rights Act. That was it. The vote now, dog. People want to be treated fairly. They want the ends, not the means. You know what I mean? They want the ends, not a mean. Like voting is the way that you are supposed to be able to get equal treatment or fair treatment or justice, really. But the goal is justice. The goal is not voting. But that we gave you the right to vote, so therefore you're good. No, dog. We wanted you to stop lynching people, okay? And the police to treat people fairly. And and equal access to all the resources that we need to be successful. We wanted resources that were kept from us during the time that people were locked up in people's backyards. But hey, we let you vote. Now we ain't going to tell you that your vote don't mean nothing, but hey, so they pulled a whammy, they pulled a switch on that too. for that too. That was a switch. You know what I mean? Anyway. Buddy Lee said, I ain't doing nothing without a woman, period. Women's love, buddy. Exactly, dog. Cats with that. Hey, man, men go their own way. Nah, dog, you can go. I ain't trying to go, dog. I want to be able to work with women. I want to be able to be friends with women. I want to see women everywhere I go. Okay? Why in the world would I want to be in a room with 100 dudes? I mean, why? That shit's not, Women is good for life. We like women. And not just in a way where you got to jump up and down on them. Talk to them, be around them, interesting people, all that good old stuff. Be friends with them. That's how I view. But man, don't be trying to throw me over the bridge, okay? Anyway, it is what it is. Much love, everybody. And with that, we'll catch you up with you next. Make sure you're at OG Boxing Talk this weekend and enjoy the fights. And with that, we out. Peace.